Hello, I'm Sadukie, and I'm here to give you a tour through Microsoft Learn's learning paths and modules. To start off, open your browser and go to docs.microsoft.com/learn. This will bring you to the Microsoft Learn homepage. You'll see that there are various links and options here. What I want to show you today is the learning path. So what we're going to do is we're going to select under the learning path section where it says learn on your own schedule. I'm going to select the link that says browse all learning options. Now when this loads, it's overwhelming to see these results. Currently we're at 4,285 results. Just a few things to learn, I suppose. There are multiple ways you can search for content. So in this search bar that appears above the results, you can start typing things that you might be interested in searching for. For example, I might be searching for Azure Cosmos DB, which is something I like to blog about. So I'm going to do a search for Cosmos, and I'm going to press enter, which triggers a search button. So we're down to 81 results. That's not bad, but 81 results is still quite a bit. Now, along the left-hand side, we have filters as well. So I want to take the Cosmos filter out. Well, let's go back to our 4,285 results. And on the left-hand side, under filter, first option we can filter is products. I want to search for Azure Cosmos DB because when you use the brand, let's refer to it as Azure Cosmos DB. Notice as I type Azure Cosmos DB, no results. Well, that seems strange, so let's take off the DB. Nope, no luck there. Well, that's because Azure itself is considered a top-level product. And if we do a search for Cosmos, you'll notice that Cosmos appears underneath the Azure product. So we're going to check Cosmos under products. I'm going to show you that we have Cosmos DB is our product. The search results are now down to 99 results, which is a little bit better than the 4,000 some that we saw earlier, but it's still overwhelming. If I scroll, you can see there's a lot going on around me here. So what else can we do here? Well, we've got modules, we've got learning paths, we have various tags here. What's going on? Let's take that a little further and let's talk about these tags. The first tag that you see on each of these items is what's known as the product tag. So these are all under Azure because Cosmos DB falls under the Azure top-level product. The second tag, that's the role that's associated with the item. The roles are listed here along the left in the filters. You'll see there's things such as administrator, developer, solution architect. The third tag that you see listed here, that's the level, advanced, beginner, and intermediate. And that's listed, of course, alphabetical, has nothing to do with the actual learning level in the filters. But the tags indicate that that's geared for a particular learning level. Now, I want to filter this, and I want to say, because most of my audience, I'm used to working with more beginners, we'll filter down to the beginners. This is still a lot with 26 results. So what do? Well, let's take a look even further. If we scroll down to the left, you'll notice that we can also filter on types, learning paths, and modules. I'm going to select learning path. The reason why I want to filter by learning path is we'll talk about learning paths are the collection of modules. Modules have what's known as units. Now you'll see here we are down to 8 results. Of those 8 results, I want to take a look at the learning path that's labeled Work with NoSQL Data in Azure Cosmos DB. When you open up a learning path, you'll see the learning path name, you'll see the approximate time for completing the learning path, the number of modules, you'll see multiple tags associated with the learning path. Then if you scroll down, you'll see the modules in the learning path. Now, the first module happens to be expanded, so you can see the module name, you can see its rating, you can see the approximate time it takes to complete, you can see the number of units, so each page that you will visit for that module. Other things to note, so each of those units have links, so you can link out to individual units as you wish. These modules are listed in an order that's recommended. So I'm going to collapse overview so we can scroll down and take a look at other modules that are part of this learning path. You'll see that the different modules, have different units. These can be taken in the order that they are listed. However, they do not have to be taken in order. They also do not have to be taken in entirety. So if maybe you want to focus on storage and access, you can, with the table API, you can take a look at just that module if you want to start at the very beginning and work your way through to have a better understanding of the APIs. There's that option as well. If you're one of those people who has to do things in order, this order is already in a recommended order. But this is your mileage may vary as to how you approach this. I'm going to select the choose the appropriate API for Azure Cosmos DB module. The reason why I'm choosing this is so that you can become more aware of the different APIs that they support. Some things to note: when you go into a module, you'll have the module title, you'll have the tags and the rating, you'll have the approximate time to complete the module, the learning objectives for that module, any prerequisites, as well as the units for that. Now, let's take a look at what it looks like inside. Let's start with the introduction. We'll start at the beginning. When we get into the introduction, you'll notice that there's this points in the upper right for the page. That indicates how many points this is going to be worth. So Microsoft Learn is gamified. For those of you who are into gamification of learning, you can collect all the points if you wish. However, make sure you actually read the content because that's the actual being able to learn part. The introduction will set up the scenarios for you as to what you can expect in the module. It may introduce a scenario that's covered throughout the module. The learning objectives will tell you what to expect in terms of learning. Any prerequisites, what do you have to have in order to complete this module. You can use continue. Continue appears at the bottom. However, along the top of your unit, there's also a previous and a next to navigate through the units along the top. In between previous and next, you'll see, in this case, unit 2 of 10. This means that you can navigate to the different units individually. You do not necessarily have to take them linearly, unless you're one who needs to go through that linearly, in which case, please do so. Now, I talk about Gremlin Graph API, so I'm going to navigate to the Gremlin Graph API from the unit dropdown, just so you can see what that looks like. Notice we've got some headings, some text, some images, some why wouldn't you choose any of the other APIs. So there's all sorts of details there. If we go, I'm going to go back to unit 2, so I'm going to go to the navigation up at the top where unit 5 of 10 is, and I'm going to take a look at identify the technology options, just so you can see this is the traditional what is Cosmos DB, plus the various APIs. You'll see some code. You'll see some images, so there's all sorts of content that can appear in these pages. Now I want to fast track us, so I'm going to scroll back to the top. Let's take a look at, toward the end of the unit, the second last unit is typically the knowledge check. So this is the quiz, testing your knowledge of what you may have learned throughout the module. You might get to a point where you find yourself so focused on a unit that you forget your previous unit's information. Rest assured, you can always navigate using the units up at the top. Now, something I find, if I get so hyper-focused on a unit and I forget the previous units, I can always come into the navigation. If I control-click, this will open my content in another tab. So now I can go back to another unit and review the content, and then switch back to my knowledge check. Then there's a check your answers, and then the summary, and we'll drop over to the summary. And yes, I'm going to the summary. No, my knowledge check isn't complete. This navigation is here, but you can see in summary what should you have learned. If you want to learn more, the learn mores always appear on the summary. Notice here it says module incomplete, which means I don't get the badge for completing it. It's smart enough to realize that. However, if you do go through it, there's a completion navigation at the bottom, and you can claim a badge for the module. There are also badges for the learning path. Now, one more thing I want to show you are the exercises. This particular module doesn't have any exercises. I know this by looking under the unit navigation. I don't see anything that's actually calling out exercise. Typically, we see exercises with the word exercise at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse my units navigation. along the top in the section called breadcrumbs. So where it says things like docs, learn, browse, work with NoSQL, we're going to leave this module and we're going to stay in this learning path. So I'm going to select the work with NoSQL data in Azure Cosmos DB in our breadcrumbs, or in our trail or path. And I'm going to come to create an Azure Cosmos DB database built to scale. This is the first module in this work with NoSQL data in Azure Cosmos DB learning path. And in this module, if I scroll down, with a name like create an Azure Cosmos DB database, I expect some kind of exercise. Sure enough, our first unit after introduction is an exercise. So I want to show you what exercises can look like. There are multiple types of exercises you will see. Some will just be steps that you can follow along in your own Azure account. Some, they will have what they call a sandbox, in which case you can use the sandbox to create Azure resources that are used specifically for Learn. Sometimes you'll work with Azure Cloud Shell, which is the command prompt. The exercises can get very varied. So let's take a look and see what this one does. So this one's going to create a sandbox. So I'm going to tell it to sign in. And once I'm signed in, then you'll notice that it requires a sandbox to complete. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to activate the sandbox. Now that I'm signed in, you can see that it has kept track of the points and the various levels that I have accumulated as I've gone through various modules to activate our sandbox. So this needs permissions. Tell it to review permissions. Tell it to review permissions, activate the sandbox. Once we've given it permission, it will go through to verify it has the permission set up properly. We'll take a look and see as it's assigning the roles. I'm going to scroll down. You can take a look. We'll be creating a Cosmos DB account in the portal. And it'll walk us through the steps that we need to create a Core SQL API Cosmos DB. So this will give you step by step what you need to do. Since we're using the sandbox, I'm going to Control Home to scroll back to the top. I want to show you a gotcha with this with the portal in this particular kind of sandbox. So when you go to the sandbox, this is going to talk about Azure portal. Sign in using the same account you used to activate the sandbox. This Azure portal link is not just portal.azure.com. This will take you to the Learn Sandbox. So I'm going to select that. I will confirm my email address later. So I'm going to exit out of that. You'll notice here it has my account and it also shows Microsoft Learn Sandbox. When you're working in Microsoft Learn on exercises that use a sandbox, make sure you see the Microsoft Learn Sandbox for your organization to ensure that you're working with the Learn environment. So when you're in a sandbox environment, make sure that you go to the Azure portal link in the unit rather than assuming portal.azure.com. It will take you to the sandboxed portal for you to create resources that the sandbox will then destroy over time. And hopefully this gives you some insight into Microsoft Learn and its learning paths and modules. Happy learning!